If you guys follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you probably saw recently that I was on a brand trip with Premier Protein in Arizona, meeting all of the other Premier Protein ambassadors. It was amazing. I got lots of footage and I wanted to share my experience in this full video. To be honest, I'm probably the only target audience of this video. It is not really nutrition related, not really sharing any words of wisdom here. I just really wanted to recap my trip and how much fun it was because it was truly a blast. It was also my very first time traveling solo. Very first time on a plane by myself, navigating the airport. I've flown before, but never on my own, so I was super nervous. The fact that I get to do this for my job is just like mind-blowing to me and literally could not be here without you guys. I don't want to get emotional in this video. I tried my best not to get emotional on this brand trip, but it just felt so surreal. I am just so mind blown and so grateful that I get to do this as part of my job. So crazy. But yeah, anyway, I just really wanted to put everything into one video on the YouTubes that, I mean, I personally could go back and watch whenever I wanted to because I don't ever want to forget this trip. It was so awesome. Let's start back at the very beginning of the trip. So as I mentioned, it was my very first time traveling solo. I flew out of Fort Wayne International Airport, which is where I'm from. It's where I live. So thankfully it was an airport I could just like drive to myself, and I just like left my car there overnight. It was just an overnight trip. Ross didn't need to worry about like dropping me off, picking me up, any of that. So that was good. That was one of the main things I was a little bit just like stressed out about, was navigating like transportation. When I got to Arizona, they had shuttles for all of us to take us to the resort. So that was good too. It all worked out. Anxiety is so funny because you stress about things before they even happen and then it ends up being totally fine. Anyway, Fort Wayne International Airport is so cute and tiny. My flight was also at like 5 in the morning, so I got there super early. There was like no one else there, which was great. I was able to just like get through security really quick, find my gate, and then I just like read for a while. I got there super duper early, like way too early. I had plenty of time to spare. Unfortunately, the Fort Wayne Airport is not known for having lots of like fun things to do while you wait. They have like one coffee shop and one restaurant. I did pack plenty of snacks, so I had some snacks, read my book, and awaited my first flight. It was a super tiny flight, super tiny airplane. We just flew to O'Hare in Chicago. Seriously, like a 30-minute flight. It was kind of silly. And then when I was at O'Hare, I had like an hour and a half layover, which was good because I needed that time to get to my gate. I wanted to get a snack. I got a cold brew from Dunkin' and a little breakfast sandwich to tie me over until Arizona. So then, of course, we flew from O'Hare in Chicago to the Phoenix airport. Much bigger airplane. I had an aisle seat, which was good because I got a Diet Coke to drink and I had to pee like 4 different times. I personally think I'm an aisle seat girly because I'm very hydrated and my bladder could not be trusted. I gotta pee all the time and I hate holding it. Let me know in the comments below if you are also an aisle seat girly or if you prefer the window seat, which I can also see as a valid desire. But if you're a middle seat person, I have a lot of questions for you. So we get to Arizona and there is a shuttle waiting for all of us to take us to our resort. Made some new friends right away, but my mind was just like blown at the like climate and environment in Arizona. I have not been to the West Coast, and so I had never seen like real life cactuses, cacti. It was just so pretty. But then I was really shaking in my boots once we got to the resort. This place was gorgeous. I have never felt so bougie in my life. Shout out to the Scott Resort and Spa where we stayed. It was so beautiful, so well decorated, all this like natural lighting and all these plants. Chef's kiss. It was amazing. It was even more beautiful outside. There was this in-ground pool, these little like cabanas. There was a patio where we had our lunch and our dinner. Again, like so bougie, so pretty. That is like the moment that I was like, how did I get invited to this? Like, this is so cool. What is my life? Before that, I was like just feeling all the anxiety of the traveling. But once we finally got to the resort, I was like, whoa, reality set in all of a sudden. Finally, we got to eat lunch. Amazing food. Before we got served lunch though, we all like pinned our names onto a map of where we're from. So adorable. And then there of course was a Premier Protein like shake bar. I had to have had like 4 or 5 protein shakes in like a 24-hour period, which again, I'm not complaining about. It was so cool. Then our fearless leader, Steph, gave some amazing welcoming words for us, followed by Tanya, who just told us about her story and how she became a shaker and grew social media presence. Then it was finally time to eat. I was starving because I had been traveling at that point for, gosh, I don't know, like 8 hours, I think. I'd been awake for like 12 hours. So I was ready for a real meal. And the Scott Resort and Spa pulled through. We had these like potato, plantain, cake things with this like black bean dip. It was so good, so good. We had this fancy pizza and some salad. I mean, overall 10 out of 10. No notes. It was so delicious. So many beans, I will note, which I was excited about. You guys know I love a bean. After lunch, we were finally able to check into our rooms. I was obsessed with just like the lobby and the pool and all of that. The rooms just like blew my mind also. Allow past Hannah to give you a quick little room tour. All right guys, I wanna give you a room tour because this is officially the nicest hotel I've ever stayed in. It's so cute, I'm in love. Right when you walk in, we've got the closet, which I'm not utilizing because I'm only here for one night. But then right after that, we've got the cutest little bar. Cutie little espresso machine, some booze, more booze, a shaker cup, and then when you come in here, there's a bar cart. Also, I've never gone to a hotel where I get a robe. What is this? I'm obsessed. Like, what is my life right now? I'm literally having an out-of-body experience this whole trip. And then you come into the bathroom. I just took a shower, so ignore the shoes. Cute, creepy lady. That is where my robe was at. Towels, nothing exciting, but look at the shower. It's gorgeous. It's got this like blue-green tile. Then we walk out of the bathroom and we've got our little vanity. So chic, so chic. The sconces. I feel like I'm like underground, but in the best way. And then we get into the living area. I have made myself at home. But I've got this beautiful big bed all to myself tonight. Little seating area, this gorgeous light fixture, and then all of my goodies that I got today, which I'm just so excited about. And then when you go outside, it's just gorgeous. Also, my Indiana heart is loving this weather. I just wish Ross was here so we could sit out here, have some drinks, and just stare out at the beautiful weather. And that is the tour. I never want to leave this place. It has been just so fun. I'm so thankful. After freshening up in the room for a minute, we had a pool party planned. So we all came back down to the pool in our swimsuits. Premier Protein had these cute little towels with our names on them all set up. They also had these like protein popsicles that I thought were pretty good. It was controversial. Everyone had different thoughts about them, but I thought it was delicious. They also had this like really big board where you could write down about your journey in a few words. I put on mine that I am allowed to change my path because as you guys may or may not know, I used to be a weight loss dietitian working in weight management and bariatric surgery, and now I work a lot with eating disorders and I am a weight neutral dietitian. So my path has completely changed in the last few years and that's okay. After the pool, we went back to our rooms to freshen up for dinner. Everyone looked so gorgeous and we had this beautiful dinner as the sun was setting. The food was very similar vibes to lunch. Again, so delicious. So many beans and like fresh ingredients. Oh, we also got drink tickets, so we were able to get some drinks. And then we all just hung out and talked and shared stories, connected. It was honestly so crazy how we all went in there as strangers and we all connected so fast. Like we literally all just like hit it off. Premier really did a good job of gathering this group of like-minded people, bringing us all together. I just couldn't believe how quick we all clicked and got along. It was so cool. After dinner, we changed into our custom Premier Protein pajamas. So adorable. And we had a spa night pajama party. How cute. Again, like, what is my life? What is my life that I am here with Premier Protein having a pajama party? I am honestly never going to shut up about this. It was so awesome. So they had this like little room set up at the resort, and there was a little spa table that had a place to make like little face mists, and there were face masks. And then there was also, of course, a Premier Protein pudding bar. So they had all these different flavors of pudding and toppings. And then there were just like little shakes like all spread out throughout the entire room. Very on brand. It was adorable. At this point, I was wiped and my introvert battery was very quickly dwindling. So despite all of the fun and excitement, I was really anticipating going back to my room and just like taking a load off in the really comfy, fluffy cloud bed. It was just like so soft. I slept like a rock that night. I fell asleep so fast and I did not wake up once. I was still on Indiana time, so I woke up early enough to just like go sit out on the cute little patio and stare out at the trees and have a little shake while I like woke up slowly in my robe. It was nice to have a little bit of time to myself to get ready for another day of travel. So after getting ready for the day, packing everything up, I headed down to the little AstroTurf area for the workout. And lo and behold, they have like these cute little Premier Protein mats all laid out for us. We did a 30-minute workout with Carla, and then they had a delicious breakfast ready for us with a protein coffee bar, of course. They had these cute little Premier Protein tumblers for us, and we got to have our protein coffees. They also had really good food too. There was yogurt and fruit and eggs, and of course, Premier Protein pancakes. I was very thankful for a good hearty breakfast before traveling back home. So after breakfast, we sadly got on the shuttle and went back to the Phoenix airport. I made it through security and I just found my gate and I was able to read more of my book. I was literally feeling so emotional and like in a whirlwind of what the actual F just happened in the last 24 hours. So yeah, I flew from Phoenix back to O'Hare in Chicago, bit of a layover there, and then back to Fort Wayne International. So yeah, that was the trip. I have been having a hard time putting it into words, just like how awesome it was. Huge thank you to Premier Protein for having us. It was, again, I can't even put it into words. It was so awesome. And as for you guys watching, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Again, I just wanted to recap what I was up to and have this documented for me to watch back if I'm ever feeling sad. Because I was just like deliriously happy for 24 hours straight. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. I literally would not have had that opportunity if not for you guys being here, watching my content, cheering me on. It means so much to me. Mwah.